I was just wondering what the hell this guy was doing, but didn't matter. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Horizon. We are headed back over here to the building to assist Alva in finding this like data that she's been wanting to find before we go and get Hephaestus. I think we're getting pretty close to like being finished with like the main quest stuff. I know that we have some side quest stuff to still do. Um, but we're getting pretty close to being done with the game. Uh, and I'm kind of glad, to be honest. I know that there's supposed to be like DLC that comes around sometime or another. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Um, I'm just kind of tired of the gameplay mechanics of this game, to be honest, with how terrible a lot of it is. So, I mean, that's just my opinion. I know that a lot of people may not agree with that, but I don't know. Compared to the first game, I really kind of feel like the gameplay of this game is not as fun. What? All right. But I do think that the character, just like with the first game, I think there's a lot of phenomenal characters. I think there's a lot of really great story. I think that graphically this game looks nice.
Entrance is
Um,
blocked. Gonna have to find another way in.
The soldiers built a path on the nearby ruin. Might be able to cross over from there.
Lead the way.
I do think that there could be a little bit of like, a little bit more fixing on the glitchiness of the game. I do think that that's still kind of an issue. I do think there needs to be some elements. Oh, it's just the drone. Some of the elements that need to be like refined completely for another game, like the riding
I
mechanic.
think this is as far as our soldiers got.
We'll have to climb higher to get into the tower.
I'll follow your lead.
Okay. Well, we're in here.
Up we go.
I also think that like there needs to be kind of like
You
I
doing
think that
okay, Alva?
the climbing needs to be refined too,
Don't worry about me.
in the sense that I feel like they should make it where you're not running off everything. If you set like, I feel like if you set auto run on or something like that, if there's like an accessibility option that is put on, I don't feel like it should take away from the game. I feel like it should, the auto run should enable like a
How are we going to get
enable it
across?
so that you don't fall
That beam looks promising.
off of ledges just because you're trying to like inch your way towards an edge.
This is a lot higher up than I thought.
Well, yeah, it's a fucking tower.
Well, we have the element of surprise.
Or we could sneak by and, not fall off the tower.
Yeah, but they have loot.
My ability to tame machines would be dangerous knowledge for the plan.
Up this way.
I mean, it's like we're talking, so they're gonna hear us if we don't shut the fuck up. Oh yeah, my Glint Hawk friend now.
Aloy? We're
Yes?
really high off the ground. You
You can do it, Alva, okay? Just don't look down.
Right. Of course. Super easy.
There's the tower. Should be able to cross over.
Aloy!
I'm okay. There's some of that debris first. Okay. Should be able to make it to the other side. Made it.
Oof.
Okay, Alva, your turn.
Right. Yeah. Aloy, can you watch me and make sure I do this right?
Sure.
Come on, Alva. You can do it. It's okay.
Please don't break.
Just run and jump.
Alva!
I'm okay. Wow. That would have been a long way to fall.
Yeah, you'd be dead.
You sure you're okay?
At bay, global infrastructure?
Let's keep going.
This place seems interesting. Passcode reminder reset. From IT Security, Mr. Hale, IT Security would like to emphasize again that entering your private passcode in the passcode reminder field does not meet digital security standards. As such, your passcode has been reset again. Please choose an appropriate reminder in the future. Well, obviously, we're going to have to look out for something.
Oh, the door's locked. I think it needs a passcode. Huh. This says-
Useless. From Brad Hale to IT Security. What good is a passcode reminder if it doesn't tell me what the passcode is? The next time I'm trying to set up the conference board for the meeting room, for a board meeting, and I get locked up because you can't remember the stupid passcode, fingers will be pointed at you. You want an unhelpful, useless passcode reminder? Fine. At bay founding date, month and year. There, happy now, you IT security morons?
Code is the month and year the company was founded.
According to the legacy, it was October 2023.
Okay, so...
So
10,
the company was founded in October.
20...
It's the 10th month of
Got it.
Yeah, I'm
Door
fucking
should be
aware. God, they really treated me like I was dumb.
Data on Leviathan isn't here.
Cost reduction strategy. We're talking about people's lives here. I did as you asked on Omaramba, but this is worse.
Omaramba.
Relax, Eileen. I've spoken with risk management. They're confident that the chance of another incident is within acceptable parameters. We're moving ahead with Leviathan.
You know, Dad, shortcuts have a way of catching up with you. Within acceptable parameters or not.
Well, one day in the distant future when you're in charge, you can run things how you want. But until then, how about you let me worry about that?
Guess Eileen and her father didn't always get along. But it seems like covering up Omaramba wasn't her idea.
Doesn't matter. She still had a part in it.
Well, let's keep going. Her office must be higher up.
Dead end. There's a ladder in that shaft, but it's blocked.
I might be able to pull the rubble out from the other shaft.
Oh, you mean it's blocked? It's blocked on the way up. Bring up my Twitch real quick. Here we go.
Let's see where this leads.
You go on ahead. I'll look for a way up that has a lesser chance of falling to my death.
Okay.
Alright, so I mean, there's a way right there. There's that, there's that. And below us, there is another grappling hook thing, but it doesn't really look like there's any way down there. Ooh, buddy.
Hey,
Yeah.
Aldo?
Yes?
There's something I don't get. You said Eileen was the one who built Leviathan, not her father, so what happened?
I'm not sure. The legacy doesn't say. Either that knowledge is lost or forbidden. Or maybe we were wrong about that too.
Oh boy.
Are you doing okay, Aloy?
Yep.
Yeah, it's just a long way up.
Alright, well here we are here. Oh, oh no! Oh god. See, that's kind of what I'm talking about. Like, I hate when that kind of shit occurs. And then you have to climb all the way back up. And the problem isn't... The problem is that... the problem is really with the fact that Aloy climbs so slow. You know, people always talk about how they want, like, realism. Like, oh, I want my character to climb realistically. I don't understand why people want a character to climb so slowly. You know, like, I understand, like, wanting to be... But that's, like, the whole point of video games that I really have always kind of disagreed with people on, which is... I don't understand why people want video games to be more like real life. Like, I don't know why people want video games to be some kind of, like, life simulation. Like, I want games to be unrealistic in the sense of, like, characters being able to do, you know, anything. You know what I mean? Okay, I was to say, how are we going to pull this down? But I see how. Oh boy. Like that. Now the question is... See, and then you're stuck on something like this, where... Now we have to climb back up again! God, this is so fucking shitty. It's just like with the, like I said, with the controls, like with having like the auto run on, which is what you need to be able to get like enough speed to jump to half of these things, it fucks you up and makes you automatically just run off ledges. Like there should be a system in place that makes it so that when you have something like that on, that you won't run off and that you get stopped at the ledges. Like it's just fucking badly designed. Don't have, you know, it's not an accessibility option if it's a detriment. Like I've had to climb this fucking thing 3 fucking times now. Okay, so then how the fuck am I supposed to get there from here? There's nowhere else to jump from here. Okay, so I just jumped to it awkwardly.
Now, how to get up higher. How about you, Alva? Any luck finding a way up?
Not yet.
It's like every time I just like I'm so tired of every time I'm playing this game. I feel frustrated. I feel frustrated every time. Like I felt frustrated since I've started playing this game. Just purely based on all of the just going backwards
Shafts.
bullshit.
If I blow up that fire gleam, the elevator might fall and open.
See, and it's like that too. And Aloy has to talk about, oh, well, maybe if I did, like, clearly I can see, like, that I need to blow up the fire gleam. The game treats you like you're a fucking moron.
Whoa! Oh, I can reach the ladder now. Be right up, Aloy.
Yeah, okay.
There's another floor above. Might be Eileen's office.
Okay.
All right, Alva's on the way. Let's
See, and all the dialogue gets cut off too when you're doing stuff. Like, you expect me to stop climbing or just to stand still?
Door. Need to figure out the passcode.
These artifacts. I think these were. I made it! These artifacts.
Oh my god.
I think these were Eileen's. It's every diviner's dream to discover even one of the ancestors' artifacts.
And maybe they'll help with the door.
Okay, well, we're gonna... What do you want me to do?
Looks like some kind of prototype.
For water purification. Must be the H2 flow.
What?
H2 flow. Their early inventions had strange names. Oh, that must be the Larson McCory Award. The legacy says Eileen won it when she was 40 for her work on Leviathan.
Interesting. How old was Eileen when she won this award?
40.
What was this thing again?
The H2 flow.
40, 20...
It's art, I think.
Would it be? Yes, I think this was commissioned in honor of the company's 25th anniversary.
$40, 20, 25?
Quite right.
Oh, or 40,
Something I missed.
maybe 42, 25,
That must be the Dragonfly 6.
6.
Ape used it in most of their construction projects. The Dragonfly 6 was their most successful model.
42, 25,
That didn't
6.
do anything.
I thought that would have worked. Did we overlook something?
6, 5, 2, 2, 0, 4. 6, 25,
Two artifacts
Two,
on the ground. Maybe they used
40.
to build in work.
What do you mean the 2 artifacts on the ground?
What did you say this was for again?
The company's 25th anniversary. Looks like it used to be on the last pedestal.
All the numbers you mentioned. I wonder if they make up the passcode.
Yeah, it's worth a try.
Could use my focus here.
Okay, so what is it? Is it 40, 42, 6, 25?
That did it.
Okay.
You can almost see the whole city from up here.
Corner office. Impressive view. It must have been Eileen's.
Let's see if the data on Leviathan is here.
Okay.
She overthrew her father and took over the company so that Leviathan wouldn't end up killing people.
It sounded like she regretted covering up Omaroma's failure.
She wasn't perfect. Not a paragon, as the one believed, but not a monster either. She tried to make up for her mistakes.
And now you know the truth.
As for the data, Leviathan. Yes, it's here. Downloading a copy now.
Is something wrong?
I think I'll stay here a while longer. There's a lot more data that I want to look through.
Are you sure you'll be okay on your own?
Down is always easier than up. Let's speak again when we're back at base.
Okay. I'll see you there. Well, after climbing all the way up,
Hey.
why not glide down?
Wait, you're going to what?
Just thinking about it.
Bye. Actually, I can glide this way back into this, like, this area, this puzzle. Maybe I can get that question mark on the way down. Whew. I guess not.
See if I can find anything else.
Okay, well, now that we've done that, we're going to go. Oh yeah, I have 16 skill points. I should explain. I did actually go around and do these hunting grounds. I actually fully completed that. Fully completed the rain trace. Fully completed the first one here, the Daunt. But the second one here, Plainsong, there's one that I only have 2 marks in instead of 3. And then in this one, the Shearside Mountains, there's only one of them that I have 1 mark in instead of 3. Those 2 were the hardest ones, I think. So I did do those to get the trophy. So we're going to, I think we're going to go ahead and get 3 of these level 5s, or well, 3 of these level 3s that cost 5 points apiece. Overshield. Or I could do 2 of this. There we go. Okay, so we have 3 of the skill trees fully upgraded, and we need 2 more in this, 2 more in this, and 2 more in this. So we need 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 skill points. I don't really know how we're supposed to get 30 skill points. I mean, we've completed pretty much everything. The only thing I haven't completed is that last race, which I know will get me some points. And I'm sure that completing these to full completion will give me some points, but I don't know. We'll have to see. Anyway, we're going to travel back to the base, and we're finally, yes, finally, going to go after Hephaestus now. We've taken care of all that. I hope that these guys don't really have anything to talk about. Probably do. At least Alva probably does. Oh, Aaron has something to say.
Ah, thought I heard you come in.
What's wrong with your shoulder?
Yeah, it hurts
Maybe that wasn't such a good idea.
I was just curious to see if that new arm of his was as strong as it looked. Turns out it really is.
He slammed my arm through a table. It's funny.
I need to go.
Whenever you're ready, we'll head out to those culprits.
Alright, so these two don't have anything to talk about. Katalo, you good? Okay, Katalo has something to talk about.
Training to the last minute.
A soldier can never be too prepared.
Anything new going on I should know about?
The Quen has been more insistent than usual, asking about the visions at the Grove. Her pursuit of knowledge is relentless. The Ten would have a hard time fighting her off.
Just think of her like one of your chaplains.
Yes. Only more persistent.
I have to go.
We walk the warrior's path.
I have everything that I should have. I mean, yeah, I have everything as it should be. And by the way, this shows which ones you have, which by the way, I didn't even notice for the longest time that was there.
Aloy, do you have a moment? Aloy, I'm glad you're here. I wanted to give you this for helping me get the data on Leviathan. I didn't really know what to give you, so I asked Zoe what you might
Is it a
like.
weapon?
Thanks.
Is it a legendary weapon?
I'll put it to good use. Have you looked through the data we recovered on Leviathan?
There is much to sort through still, but I believe we'll be able to get it operational and turn back the floods. And I've given more thought to everything we've uncovered about the ancestors. The Overseers would have us believe they were infallible paragons. But Pharaoh wasn't. Not even close. His greed led to machines that devoured the world. The archive of the Old One's knowledge destroyed, just to erase his mistakes. So, when we learned that Eileen had a hand in covering up hundreds of deaths, I started to think they were all the same. Selfish, egotistical, cruel. But, in the end, it's not that simple. The truth isn't a straight line of ink on a crisp scroll. It's a splatter, smudged, and faded on stained
Alright,
parchment.
I don't need all the I don't need all of the
Gwen could see that.
bullshit.
Instead of
I don't need all of the. There's a word for it, I just can't.
I doubt Bohai would agree with you.
I don't need all the eccentric eccentricities.
As Eileen said, it's easier to believe the lie is truth, but it's worth fighting for. And this diviner, at least, won't settle for anything less. For that, I thank you, Aloy.
No problem. Alright, let's go.
I need to go get ready.
Right. So should I.
Alright, we're all ready to go. We're all ready for this. What did you give me? Oh, an outfit. Cool. As if I already don't have two Utaru outfits, but... What? Wait, hold on. Why is she giving me an Utaru outfit? She's a Quen. Why couldn't she give me some Quen armor? The fuck? Oh, we have all the hologram data points, by the way. There's still a few audio data points we don't have, but we have all the hologram data points. There's still some quest ones. Still some side quest ones, apparently. And tons of world ones that we didn't get. Scanned glyphs, of course. RCC. There's still one in the museum, and 2 in relic ruins that I haven't gotten. Yeah, I knew I wasn't really going to find them all. I didn't want to spend the time grinding to do so. Okay, well, it's time to talk to Gaia. It's time to go. We got everything we need. Everybody's been helped. Everybody's quests have been done. We don't need to faff around anymore.
Hello, Aloy.
Hey, Gaia. So, me and Beta.
Oh yeah, she heard our talk with Beta.
Yes. I am continuously impressed by the complexity of human relationships. Despite the unpleasant circumstances that led to your quarrel, I am pleased to see you have both found an agreeable
are better than one, right?
Yes, I believe so. Are you ready to depart for Cauldron Gemini? Or we can continue our conversation, if you like.
Let's talk about our progress real quick. I mean, we have some stuff we can talk about.
The missing subordinate functions. What can you tell me about them?
Artemis rewilded the...
Yeah, we already talked about this. Why is this conversation?
Guess he got what he deserved.
Yeah.
All three of them is order. Do you still need...
Like, here's the problem. Like, the problem is that the conversation is like the same, but then there's like little things that get changed in the conversation, like based on what you've done. So it's like it goes and has you re-listen to the entire conversation just to talk about a new tiny little thing. I fucking hate that too.
So, about Beta. I never really saw the difference between us. Until now. She's been through so much. Completely alone.
You have both endured many hardships, different in almost every respect, yet equally remarkable. I like to think of you as two miracles, born of Elizabeth Sobek.
Three, then. Let's not forget about you, Gaia. So our plan to capture Festus.
Let's not.
Wish. We now know that Hephaestus... Correct. What this...
And
Let's not go over it again.
And the others will...
Currently...
And then...
I don't want to go over it again.
That was all of a sudden.
I just want to get rid of it, to be honest.
As soon as she arrived, Alva was eager to study the data in the archive. A particular file soon caught her attention. Information about a machine assistant devoted to keeping living spaces neat and orderly. I informed her that once I am empowered with the abilities of Hephaestus, I may be able to design such a machine.
I'm sure she'll like that.
A Roomba.
When I set out to find a way to bring you back, I never thought we'd be here, like this. Among friends.
They have all come a long way with their improvised educations. Varl has suggested that one day we might extend this model to more tribal inhabitants, once the biosphere has been stabilized.
Yeah, that's not such a bad idea. As long as you're the one running the lessons.
Before we leave, there's something that I actually want to talk about. Does anybody else get the feeling that this entire thing is a bad idea? Like, I didn't really think about it until just like a couple of days ago when I hadn't played this, when I wasn't streaming over the weekend. And I thought to myself, I was like, we're trying to do all this stuff, right, to like fix the world, right, and then like spread technology, but isn't the spread of technology the reason why we're in this position to begin with? If Aloy fixes everything and like all these tribes get more technologically advanced and everything starts to be more technologically advanced, then what is to stop somebody in the future from creating more machines to kill the entire world and just killing everything again? Like, I hate to be this kind of person, but Aloy and everybody needs to be kind of fascist when it comes to the technology. I think that, certain people, I know that it sounds terrible, but it's like, I think that only, certain people should be able to control this technology, because you start handing this technology out to everybody, and you're going to have exactly what happened when the world was destroyed the first time. It just seems like such a bad idea.
So what will happen to this place while we're at Gemini?
All systems within this facility will continue to operate. As Minerva will no longer be masking this location, the facility will be exposed to detection.
Oh, God damn it.
But without my presence, it is unlikely to attract attention.
Let's hope so.
Yeah, I want my base back.
So found thieves. What do you think Ted would have done if his life extension treatments had worked?
It seems he convinced himself it was his duty to guide future humans.
Destroy humanity again.
Even the
more than likely.
nature of new humans and his ability to use Omega clearance on the terraforming system. I imagine he would have convinced one or more tribes to worship him as their patriarchal deity.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, glad that didn't happen. Aside from Gaia Prime and Thebes, there was one other underground facility that was sealed before the Pharaoh Plague reached it. Elysium. The place where Zero Dawn staff and their families went to live out their lives. Do you know what happened to it?
Elysium was designed to provide life support for 100 years. My data indicates the facility went offline well before then.
Did the Pharaoh Plague find them?
Unknown. My connection to the facility was abruptly severed.
Gaia? What was Elizabeth like?
Her presence is interwoven with my memories. The moment I came online, she was there. We exchanged greetings, names. It was the first of many.
Yeah, we already talked about that.
Yes. Though I am glad she was.
See, once again, why is this an option highlighted again? I don't know. Let's go.
Okay, people.
Let's just fucking go.
It's time to head out.
Let's just go.
I'll get everyone together.
Everybody's got a mount. We even got a mount that's carrying our stuff. The pack mount. Alright, Aaron's off to his duty. They're off on their duty. We got our own duty. Plenty of duties to go around. Lots of duties. It's a whole toilet bowl of duties. I'm gonna stop. See? Smile, bitch! We got this! You gotta just put your faith in me. You gotta believe. Oh yeah, welcome back to Gemini, by the way. I've already been in here. And wondered why the fuck it was the way it was.
Alright, connections in place. Booting up.
Beta, Aloy. I am fully installed on this core and ready to connect to the Cauldron network.
It's good to hear your voice.
Alright. I mean, I have a feeling this won't be easy, but I feel like it's gonna work.
Fire your pulses and sound off.
I'm at my cauldron. This thingy, it's blinking. Did I do it right? In position at my cauldron. My pulse generator is blinking also.
That means they're working. I'm in position and mine is too. Mine as well.
Okay, radio silence until I give the all clear. Signing off. Gaia,
Alright, gang.
let's cage the beast.
Connecting to the Cauldron network now.
Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime, activating Omega clearance. Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime, activating Omega clearance.
Clearance confirmed. Initiating containment sequence.
Not this time, bitch.
Lock it down!
Terminating external connections.
It's working. It's got nowhere to go. Wait, what's that?
Malware detected. Attempting to compensate.
It's cracked.
Look!
machines are on their way.
Oh, that we got. Guy, you just do your thing. Alright, well, you know, we gotta put some fucking battle armor on. Right? You know what? Let's go with the thunder. Let's go with the Thunderjaw one.
They're onto us.
Okay. Oh boy.
That'll finish the fight fast. Stay back.
Woo, buddy. Get fucked. Beta, I got this. Don't worry.
Over here, you.
See ya.
You two okay?
Still breathing.
Aloy, Hephaestus can't escape, but it must have fled. Deeper into the facility. I'll drive it back here.
Okay.
Get the cracked core fixed.
Yep. Even though your dialogue is cutting off because I'm just making some distance, going where I need to go.
Okay, I'm gonna chase after Hephaestus. Force it out of wherever it's hiding. Make it retreat to the core.
Right, you big bitch. Oh, fuck.
Going down.
Aloy, I'm patched into your focus feed. You should know there's a huge power draw coming from the next chamber.
Thanks for the heads up. I'm almost there.
And there's some chests in here with a bunch of stuff.
It's some kind of production chamber.
Holy shit.
Hephaestus is up to something, all right?
What kind of machine is it trying to build?
That's a slaughter
I'm
spine.
gonna shut it down. I bet those
That's a slaughter spine.
getting materials from.
I bet that's where Hephaestus is hiding too.
I can already tell. I can tell by those.
I gotta find where Hephaestus is hiding. Looks like there are a couple of ways I could go. Well, that doesn't sound good. Those machines are in a hurry. I might be able to catch a ride on the rail. Go over the shield.
Catch a ride.
I've managed to rewire most of the components in the core, but the energy processor's cracked. Without a way to fabricate another, there's no way I can fix it.
Okay, let me think. What if you bypass...
God damn it.
There should be a node you can override near the central platform.
Thanks. I should deal with these machines first.
Seems I've dealt with them, correct? You absolute shit.
Oh, great. More machines on the way. Beta! Hephaestus has locked me out of the node. Any ideas?
See ya. Woohoo. I might want to switch to another one of these. That one would be good. Actually, that one might be good. That one might be actually better. Big dumb idiot.
I got them all.
I tapped into the core's network hub. Managed to disrupt Hephaestus' control of the node. You should be able to override it now.
Nice. Thanks.
Sounds like it fled to another chamber.
Well, I better not get comfortable. Great. Hephaestus covered the floor with lightning. I gotta find a way over it.
Cover the floor with lightning.
Keep coming. Please tell me you're getting close.
I'm working on it. I've been smashing through a lot of machines on my side, too.
I guess Aaron's missing out.
Anyway, I'm making progress on the bypass, but I need something to hold the cycling module together.
Maybe a ligament from one of the machine carcasses?
Right? Or some luminous braiding.
You could reinforce it with a conversion cylinder.
For increased connectivity. I think we can do this, Aloy.
Well, there should be plenty of stuff around. I got stuff if you need me to bring it back. I think it's time to catch a ride.
Should be able to catch a ride on one of those metal carriers.
Catch a ride! Holy shit, look at this place.
Just a little forward. I need to drag Hephaestus out of here.
There should be another node to override.
Got it.
Yeah, there is. I'm gonna take out this fucking leaf lasher. Got him. That's your tea, you big fucking dummy.
Oh, here we go again.
That just
Alright.
sound good?
Make some
Try
arrows.
to get your access back.
Uh-oh. See ya, bitch. Woo!
And there. Node access restored. Now you can open
Thank you.
Work.
You did the heavy lifting.
Okay.
Take the Grimhorn.
It's running out of places to hide.
Aloy? I just registered a huge energy surge back in the production chamber. Something big is happening.
Here too. Everything's glowing.
Shit, Hephaestus was buzzing. It must have finished.
It's a slaughter spine.
Done with the core repairs. Should we come to you? Maybe I could distract the machine if...
No, Vader. Just stay where you are, okay? Handling the machine's my job.
Okay. Be safe.
Alright, well, I got these big ass bombs.
I think it's charging up.
You big bitch.
You did it! There should be one more note to override.
Alright, let's just go ahead and let me
Crimson
go ahead and refill everything just in case. Missing stuff. Like a bitch. That's what those badass bombs were for. Take down that shit.
No more hiding, Hephaestus.
Got it! Hephaestus is back in the core!
Make sure it stays there. I'm heading back.
And then we can start the merge.
Because of you, Beta. I'm glad you came along. And you, Varl.
And you, Aaron. I'm gonna get back there before you can congratulate everybody.
Right back at you, Aloy.
Your dialogue's gonna cut off again.
Aloy, the bypass is done. The core is stable.
Hey!
Hephaestus is 100% contained.
Sick.
Now we better get started with the merge. It's all set. Gaia, establish the link, please.
Hephaestus, you're mine.
Okay, to complete the merge, we need to excise Hephaestus' malicious code. Carefully.
Yeah, I'll leave that task to you. Okay, well, I guess I'll do it, but I'm not actually doing it. It's just sort of a strange thing to watch. Just turning their hands and moving them up and down. I'm just as confused as Varl over there. Like, what's going on?
Aloy, look.
Hey, I told you. Well, you know, it couldn't all be fun.
Well, hello, redundant copy.
Hello, big fucking losers.
Quite a lot of time.
You're right, I did.
Eric, get Beta. And squash that bug while you're
Fuck you, Eric.
Ooh. Get behind me.
Varl, don't get yourself killed.
Come on, quit screwing around.
Now we're having fun, right?
Oh shit. God damn it! Are you fucking serious?
Finally. Tilda, get Gaia and Hephaestus ready for transport. Tilda!
I failed.
Hush. All is not lost.
Tilda! What the hell are you doing? Stop her! I can't even see her!
I'm sorry, what? Well, we knew that Tilda, I think, was not wanting to be a part of them? Ellie's hair is still going insane.
Ah, you're awake. You took quite a hit when Gerard attacked you. I imagine you must still be in a great deal of pain. I can assure you that we are safe. The others can't detect us here.
You mean the other Zeniths? You must be Tilda.
I wasn't sure if Beta would have told you about me.
Where is she?
Alive. And while she isn't where she wants to be, not in urgent danger. We must discuss how to get her back, of course, after you've shaken off the cobwebs. When you're ready, take the stairs down the hall and come see me. In the meantime, I'll make breakfast.
I'm sorry, what? You want to play fucking house? I'm not in the mood. Your dumbass friend just killed mine, and I'm ready for some fucking tasty revenge. So unless breakfast is going to be a knife in the back of Eric, all that remains, yo, a band that used to be good and is not anymore? What the fuck?
What was all this for? Some kind of survival bunker? What is this?
Just a few favorites from my collection. Rescued and stored here just before I went off-world.
Ada and Gaia are gone, and you want me to look at old paintings?
Don't be so quick to dismiss the comfort we can find in art, or the insight we might gain.
Yeah, I'll examine the art.
Favorite pairing. On the left is Woman Reading a Letter by Vermeer, a true master. And on the right is a forgery, Woman Reading Music, which fooled experts into believing it was a priceless original. Early in my career, I became fascinated with such deceptions. Eventually, I developed scanning software that could detect fakes with unparalleled accuracy.
That's pretty cool.
Is that how you made enough money to buy your way onto the Odyssey?
Oh no. I made my real fortune later.
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. That would actually destroy the art theft world. For those of you who don't really know anything about art theft, or like, you know, how that kind of works in reality, it's very hard for people to detect forgeries. There are a lot of really good fakes out there, and only a true expert can really detect those. So the fact that she developed software to be able to do that is phenomenal.
Celine and Endymion. She's the goddess of the moon, whereas he's a simple shepherd. Beside her is the god of love, Cupid.
So she's sneaking up on him?
More like visiting him in secret. The torch that Cupid bears represents Celine's undying infatuation with him. Though the two must remain apart, her love will forever burn.
It's a great piece.
This is Rembrandt painting Jeremiah, a man in mourning.
Mourning what?
His home. The ancient city of Jerusalem. He foresaw its impending doom, but could do nothing to prevent it. So instead, he saved its treasures from destruction, just as I saved these works. You could say we're kindred spirits.
Oh, here's a painting that I'm familiar with. Let's check out the... Oh yeah, Rembrandt's son. Yeah.
Depicted in the habit of a monk.
I don't get it. Why would someone like you, with infinite resources, care about this painting of a boy in a hood?
It's not the image itself, but the feeling it conveys. The face is bright and defined, but his eyes are downcast, heavy with misfortune. And the background seems to swallow all light. The painting is infused with a sense of loss.
I guess I understand how the painter feels.
I'm wondering how Aloy's gonna feel
Rembrandt's The Night Watch, by
about
far
this one.
the most famous painting my homeland ever produced. It was commissioned to honor a militia made up of influential citizens.
I guess you must have been an influential citizen.
In my day. But not as influential as you've been in this new world.
Well, I was kind of hoping that she would comment on how they were dressed, because you know, this is like one of those paintings that you kind of look at it and it very much speaks like a certain aspect of a period of time on the way that multiple people are dressed. It's not just how one person is dressed; it's how multiple people are dressed. The man in the top hat in the back, you know, the soldier on the man on the left in red. The two in the middle, the drummer, and the man on the far right. You know, it's like it really speaks, and of course, you know, the guns and the spears, and it just really speaks to how like a whole certain time period of how every person is dressed. I love it. It's a great painting.
The Gust.
Yeah, William van de
Van
de Velde.
The most famous of his many maritime paintings.
This, I think this painting was in Layers of Fear 2 as well.
I guess you're familiar with
One of the paintings featured in that.
Indeed, which is why I appreciate this composition in particular. Though waves and wind threaten to destroy
Oh, we're gonna examine some statues too?
She's pulling out her own hair. Out of madness, out of grief. It's hard to watch her suffer.
Can Aloy examine... Oh,
Stunning, isn't it? Paintings were
what the hell is this?
masterpieces of my people's golden age. This is Von Vianen's lidded ewer, molded from a single sheet of silver.
What was it for?
How like Elizabeth you are. Function over form. Its practical purpose was less important than its meaning. Von Vianen created it in honor of his late brother, who himself was a famous silversmith.
A memorial.
Yes. Such beauty from sorrow.
A lot of weight on his shoulders.
Ha!
Enough feeling.
Yes. And look beneath the vines.
Done so soon?
I've got more important things to worry
What do you mean? I examined all the art.
We both do. There is much we are trying to save.
Oh, except you got some
Not
shit in
the
here too.
least of which is in that vault. There's nothing wrong with savoring such treasures for a moment more. Are
Well,
we
I've looked at all of your art.
upstairs to business? Your choice.
I don't think Aloy's really too interested in a lot of kinds of art from the past. But we've looked at it nonetheless. So we're going to be going into her house, aren't we? The place that Beta told us about. It's the whole idea.
Feeling better? How did you find us? At the cauldron? And what did you do to everyone right before I passed out?
All business, I see. Well, suffice it to say we were keeping a very close eye on Hephaestus, knowing we would need it at some point. Your ruse didn't fool us, and as for my little trick, it was an overload of the senses, accompanied by an energy discharge. Gerard and Eric were only momentarily disoriented due to their shields, but it rendered you unconscious when I got you out. Perhaps some breakfast might steady you?
This was your house. The one you recreated for Beta. In the data channel you shared.
How perceptive of you. Please, this way.
After everything your people have done, you think I'm just gonna sit down and have a chat with you?
They're not my people. They never were, and especially not now.
You shot off into space with them. And lived with them for 1,000 years before coming back. So what made you suddenly turn on them?
Is Aloy going to throw that apple at her? That apple is being accentuated. The focus.
Focus. You repaired it? That means you've seen
Incredible things. What you've accomplished in 2 decades of life.
Little Aloy.
1,000 years at my back, and I haven't even come close. I'm sorry.
Rost.
I needed your privacy, but I had to.
Oh, some pomegranates too? We got some pomegranates there? I'll take one of those.
To be enlightened.
So she's more just impressed with us.
Elizabeth's blood. With her drive, her sense of mission, her integrity. Watching all this shamed me for the company that I've kept. Having seen it all, I want is to help you.
even if it means stopping your friends.
Especially so. Please, sit down.
There's some bananas and some figs and some pomegranates and whatever that is, like bread and looks like muffins, maybe?
That's better.
Can I have some of that coffee?
Now, we must recover Beta and Gaia at all costs. By now, you must know that Gerard intends to use Gaia to reboot the Earth's biosphere. Remaking this world to specifications that would only suit us humanoids. This process will kill every living thing on the planet. He calls it a clean install.
Not if I stop him first.
Not if we do.
Yeah, but how am I gonna stop him?
Once he and
Or
others
we?
are gone, we can work together to fulfill Elizabeth's dream. I'm sure Beta told you that there's a build of the Apollo database on board our ship. A complete collection of human knowledge. With that
Yeah.
and Gaia, we could do everything Elizabeth wanted. Heal the biosphere, educate the people of this world, uplift them. Create the world she imagined.
Yeah, I still find that hard to swallow.
We're invincible.
I do wish you would stop calling them my friends. And they're not invincible. In fact, a friend of yours has found a way to defeat them.
Silence.
He's been busy.
Yeah, I wouldn't call him a friend
Powerful enough to
either.
crash through Gerard's precious base.
Yeah. Regala and her rebels.
Even now, she's preparing a final march on the Tanakh capital. When she wins, she'll have the entire tribe under her control. Hundreds of warriors and machines to throw at the base. She's been doomed. They'll all perish, of course. But it should be enough to break Gerard's defenses and allow Silence to kill him. Along with all the others.
Using the new weapon he's developed.
Yes, he's found a way to circumvent our shields. Truly an exceptional man. He's planned for everything. Except you and me. You see, while his army is battering down Gerard's doors, you and I will sneak in through a back way. One that only I know about. While Silence and my friends are busy battling each other, we'll take back Beta and Gaia.
Okay.
I told you I wanted him.
Oh, what do we talk about first?
Beta told me your colony was destroyed. But you came back to Earth because you had nowhere else to go.
It's true. After we reached our destination, a planet in the Sirius star system, we spent decades building a new home. The physical constraints of Earth, the boundaries of mortality, gone. To think of what we could have done. It might have been a utopia. Instead, we stagnated, absorbed in effortless comforts and virtual realities. It took a cataclysm to finally yank us out of our stupor.
What happened?
A massive geological event. We knew of instabilities in the planet core, but we underestimated them. By the time the collapse was upon us, it was too late to stop. Only a few of us made it to the ship in time. We set course for Earth, the only safe harbor left to us.
Which you decided to make unsafe for anyone else.
Not me. Gerard. He believes it's better to wipe the canvas clean than work around the smudges. No more primitive tribes, no more combat machines, only a blank slate to do with as he pleases. But we will stop him. All we have to do is get into that base.
What exactly is your plan to sneak into the Zenith base?
We will make use of a lesson I learned from an early age. Always know your exits. In this case, a place where Gerard's new construction meets the ancient foundation. A passage that only I can access. When Silence flings his army at the base, we will enter through this back door, bypassing most of the fighting. The distraction will provide us with a window in which to rescue Beta and Gaia.
Okay.
Once we're inside the base, where will we find Beta and Gaia?
then Gaia will have been reunited with all of its subordinate functions, including Hephaestus.
What about the Alpha build of Apollo on your ship?
A simple matter of recovery once the others have been dealt with. With that in hand, we'll have everything we need to make this world as it should be.
You said Beta's not in urgent danger, so what are the Zeniths doing to her?
Putting her to work. Merging Hephaestus with Gaia. A difficult, time-consuming task, as I'm sure you know. They will compel her if need be, but her life is not in danger. She's the only one who can do it.
Because you people made her to be nothing but a tool.
Gerard's idea, not mine. They always viewed me with suspicion when I attempted any form of kindness towards her. That's why I created the data channel. A virtual place where we could speak in peace.
So this channel you shared with Beta, none of the other Zeniths ever found out about it.
Gerard believes he's the most cunning of all of us. Even after 1,000 years, he still can't imagine that I would outwit him. The channel allowed me to interact with Beta away from their mistrustful eyes. It offered us a chance to be ourselves.
Until you cut off all contact.
Yes. Though it pained me. I was worried that our meetings would do her more harm than good.
She felt like you tossed her aside.
I was afraid the others would find out and punish her. She may not have had the comforts of friendship anymore, but at least I ensured she was safe. I know it seems harsh, but you must believe that her well-being has always been paramount to me.
Why did you make the data channel look like this place?
I built this house as a shelter to weather any storm. A safe place. Not just for me, but for the art stored below. Cultural artifacts of incalculable value. Truly some of the greatest achievements of human civilization.
And you wanted Beta to see them?
Yes. Her upbringing was so cold and technical. I thought if she could experience Vermeer and Rembrandt, it would bring something else into her life. A heritage every bit as valuable as the scientific and technical data being drummed into her. I'm sorry I had to cut off contact, but I'll never regret sharing this house with her. She needed its shelter even more than I did.
My old focus. How did you find it, let alone repair it?
When we encountered you at the Hades Proving Lab, Gerard saw you as a redundancy. I knew better. You were a revelation. After your dramatic escape, bravo, by the way. Gerard and Eric assumed you were dead and gave up the hunt. I wasn't so sure. When the others were busy, I returned to the lab and searched for any trace of you. That's when I found this little treasure. Not easy to repair, but certainly worth the effort. As I watched your life unfold, you were like a splash of color on a worn canvas. What Liz was, and more.
Did you show it to the others?
Of course not. It was your actions that inspired me to defy them. It's worth noting that if I hadn't found it and watched its contents, I wouldn't have known to save you at the cauldron. You'd be dead.
So I should be grateful?
If you like.
So you know all about me. What about you?
What would you like to know?
Well, start with your life on Earth.
When I was 8, terrorists flooded my home city. Thousands drowned, my parents included. I was one of the few who survived. My guardian sent me to boarding school. Among my peers, I was the strange girl, the orphan to be avoided. All because of circumstances beyond my control.
Oh. So we're a lot alike, huh?
Aren't we? You were an outcast. But you didn't let that stop you from getting what you needed. Neither did I. I climbed my way out of desolation and used my wits to build a fortune. First, from the technical analysis of art and the detection of forgeries. Profitable expertise in those days. But as it turned out, the software I developed was even more useful for counterintelligence. From there, it was only a short step to gathering extremely valuable intelligence on my own.
You were a spy?
More like a service one could turn to for information. I had to remain anonymous, of course, to protect...
She's the shadow broker. It's Liara! It's the shadow broker!
What happened when Farzenith approached you?
They painted an irresistible vision of humanity's future. One where we need not fear illness or death, where we explored the furthest reaches of the stars and thrived.
Sounds like a fun time to me.
I realized that they only intended to bequeath this future to the rich and powerful.
Of course.
By the time I finally figured it out, the walls were closing in. Faro's machines were devouring the earth. So I accepted Farzenith's invitation to a berth on the Odyssey. I wanted this to come, but she had no plans as she would.
So you didn't know the other Zeniths were monsters until it was too late?
I knew some of them, certainly. It wasn't until we were off planet that I understood the true scope of their greed. I was grateful to simply be alive, but the others became obsessed with a kind of effortless immortality. They built a colony where machines serviced their every need, where any memory or fantasy could be endlessly savored in virtual reality. It wasn't life. It was stultifying, pampered dream state. As the decades passed, I withdrew more and more, alone yet again. But this time with eons to consider my mistakes. Now finally, having met you, I feel like I have a second chance.
To do what?
Help you, of course. To fulfill Lys's dream, which isn't so different from Farzenith's original vision. A better future for humanity.
So you knew Elizabeth. What was she like?
Liz was everything she was. I see.
My ears is
Your ingenuity,
irritating me.
Determination, your moral compass. You've managed to distill her greatest qualities and make them your own.
I'm not asking about me. Tell me about Elizabeth. What was she really like?
The honest answer is that I don't actually know. For all the time that I spent with her, she always kept a part of herself locked away. It was like that from the moment we met.
So when you met Elizabeth, she was what? Distant? Aloof?
Not aloof. Not exactly. It was a summit in Paris about machine learning. A touchy subject in those days. Because regulatory authorities were just starting to clamp down on AIs. Liz gave the keynote address. She had already achieved great renown for her work in automated environmental reclamation. But in her address, she was just starting to imagine the next step. An AI-driven system that wouldn't just act on its programming, but actually take responsibility for its sphere of influence.
To care about life. Not just follow orders.
Revolutionary stuff. I was fascinated. And I wanted to meet her for a long time. I watched her after her talk. She had spoken with such moral authority, such empathy. But after that, she retreated. I could tell she felt uncomfortable with all of her admirers. It was as if giving the talk had cost her something. I didn't want to be a pest, so I planned my approach carefully.
So how did you finally approach Elizabeth after her talk?
I picked the right moment. The morning of the next day, right as she came back to the conference, she had just had her coffee. She was fresh, rested. It was like she had braced herself for the onslaught of colleagues. I asked if I could walk with her, then put forth a question about her talk that I thought was intelligent. Her answer made me realize it wasn't, but she was very welcoming, almost as if we were previously acquainted. It was only halfway through the conversation that I realized she knew exactly who I was. It was quite a shock to me. My business was trafficking in secrets, and I took great pains to protect my anonymity. So that was Liz, perpetually one step ahead. I came to view our meeting as a metaphor for our friendship. She always seemed to know me far better than I knew her.
I guess I know the feeling. How do you know about Silence's plan?
He isn't the only one adept at spying.
You hacked his focus?
No, he's too careful for that. But his subordinates? Not so much. He gave additional focuses to the tribals he branded the Sons of Prometheus.
I took them out.
With Regala.
By tapping their focuses, I learned about most of his dealings. The distribution of override technology, the arming of Tanakh rebels, and the secret pact with Regala to attack Gerard's base.
But how did he come up with a weapon that can take down your shields?
That's the one thing I haven't been able to figure out, but however he did it, I'm quite certain it will work. With it in the Tanakh army, victory seems to be within his grasp. Such a shame he'll be disappointed.
Regala's only interested in killing Hekarro and waging war on the Karja. What does she have to gain by attacking Zenith?
It's the price she must pay for her war. Without the ability to override machines, her little rebellion would have languished in the desert.
So she trades with the Sons of Prometheus. Machines to help her overthrow Hekarro.
In exchange for an assault on the base. Pride has deluded her into thinking she can actually survive such a battle. And all without ever knowing who the Sons of Prometheus really answer to. Yet for all of Silence's brilliance, still he underestimates you. That blind spot is what will allow us to take Beta and Gaia right out from under him.
Oh, I love that idea.
They're cut down outside.
All right, well.
First war. Now Hekarro and the Tanakh. Your plan would wipe out an entire tribe. There has to be another way.
We are in an admittedly desperate situation, but I assure you there isn't. Remember Zero Dawn. Elizabeth's sacrifice. Sometimes many have to die for a new world to grow.
If it looks impossible, look deeper. Wait. The data channel. It still exists, doesn't it? I need you to open it. Let me talk to Beta.
Impossible. We might be detected.
It's worth the risk. There is another way, one where the Tanakh survive.
But we won't. If the others...
If you want to help, open it. What are they doing to her?
Virtual reality dissociation. The manual merge of Hephaestus will take hours upon hours of tedious micromanagement. If she resists the work, they run simulations to induce feelings of isolation and despair.
Ada, can you hear me?
You're alive. They're watching me. I can't hold up this extra protection for long. You should have killed me.
No. I'm coming for you. I promise. Okay?
Eloy's hair is just out of control.
A while longer, and work on the merge.
I think it can be done.
I'll contact again when it's time. Can you hold on?
As long as I know you're coming for me, I can endure anything.
All right. I did as you asked. Now I think you need to tell me what you're planning.
I'm going to take Silent's arm away. I don't need it. Only the weapon he made to penetrate your shields.
And how do you propose to get it? Ask him nicely?
There are Gala and her rebels. He won't have a choice. We'll be his only option.
Only option for what? What did you tell her?
That is between me and my sister.
Your sister now?
It'll be Silent's only option for crashing that base. I'll tell you the rest later. But first, there are a couple of things I have to do.
Oh. And what are those?
Lay my friend to rest. And then I'm going to use the override that Beta gave me at Gemini to put an end to Regalla's rebellion. From the air.
Hell yeah.
Wait. Since you insist on doing things your way, I know of something that will truly help you make the grand entrance we need to not.
A fucking Horus?
The ancient Horus Titans still possess electromagnetic energy cells as part of their arsenal. Drop one of those on Regalla's army and
Oh,
you'll receive
God.
quite a surprise. So go, do what you must. I'll come to your base if you manage to bring Silence to the table.
Not if.
Okay, well,
Erend, are you there?
Aloy! Aloy, is that really you?
Yeah, it's me. Where's everyone else?
We're all... we're back at base. What happened?
It might be easier to explain in person. I'll try to join you there when I can.
Okay. We'll wait here for you. It's good to hear your voice, Aloy.
so where are we? Oh, I see. Tilda's mansion. Alright, well. Tilda. Then we got Dumb Gerard. We got Asshole Eric. That's all the character bios. Skill points, we don't have enough to get any, but we're getting there. Okay, well, I think that's gonna be it for this, and then when we come back next time, I'm gonna go to this campfire real quick and do that. I think we should be able to override the Sunwing now, so I think that that's something we're gonna do. We're gonna do these side quests so that we can get all that stuff rounded up, and I don't know if there's probably any more side quests. There might be, but kind of hoping there's not, to be honest. Look around all these like main bases, I guess. But yeah, we'll have to go to a Sunwing site. I'll have to go here to this like Sunwing site and override one of these things so that we can fly around, because we have the Gemini override now. So where's this thing showing? Okay, the base. And our quest is return to base. Okay. Okay, well these are still on hold. Maybe I can't do it yet? Well, I'll try in between parts, and if I can't, then we'll just go back to base, and we'll just continue going forward. So take care, everybody. I'll see you all on the next one. Goodbye.